I heard that they are in on Rodon. But then I heard there's something even bigger that they're working on. In terms of the free agent market, the only thing bigger than Rodon is Correa. But then again, it also could be a trade. But I was told by pretty good sources that there's something bigger that they're working on. I don't know if it'll come to fruition, but Rodon would not be the biggest thing they're working on. So maybe Yankee fans are going to be very happy around Christmas. I don't know.
The Yankees are working on something big, and we didn't just hear it from Buster only. We also heard it from Michael Kay. Definitely the Yankees are in on Carlos Rodon, but from Michael Kay's sources, who supposedly are really reliable, this won't be the only thing that the Yankees do this offseason. Supposedly, the Yankees are working on something huge, and I can't help but think that this has something to do with Aaron Judge. Reports have come out that the San Diego Padres offered Judge at least a 10-year, $400 million contract. They were also trying to offer him a 14-year contract on top of that. So you could see how much money Judge was possibly leaving on the table to just sign with the Yankees at $360. And I think a part of that conversation that he had with Hal might have been something like, yeah, I can get a lot more money with a different team, but my legacy is more important. And that's exactly what he's been telling other teams, that he didn't want to surrender his legacy over dollars. And I think part of that legacy is obviously winning. When he talked to Hal, it was probably something like, hey, I'm going to give up a lot of money to stay here with the Yankees, but that extra money that I would have made elsewhere, you better put that into other players to make this team a lot better. I just can't see Judge, who is this character of loving a legacy and everything like that, not having winning in that legacy. And so Judge, he wants to win, and he wants to win now. And I think the Yankees are now starting to feel that pressure, at least Hal is, to build a championship team to go out there and win. It just makes sense. If you're going to leave $40 million out on the table, or possibly more, you want the owner of the Yankees to go out there and spend. And it looks like that's what's going to happen. Could it be a trade? Some people are saying, oh, well, the big surprise, the big thing that they're working on, it doesn't necessarily mean going out there and acquiring a free agent. It could be a Carlos Correa, Carlos Rodon, but there's possibly more, and that's what we're getting at. Could it be an Ohtani trade? Could it be trading with the Twins, trading with Arizona Diamondbacks, trading with the Pittsburgh Pirates? The Yankees are working on something big, and it's going to be interesting to see how exactly it plays out and what their definition of big is. For me, it would be getting a Carlos Correa, but for others, it could also mean getting an Ohtani, where Ohtani, he's probably not going to stay with the Angels. And if we do trade for an Ohtani, and that would fit the big type of thing that the Yankees are working on, then you better believe that the Yankees are going to have to give up a lot of prospects, and not just a Volpe, not just a Dominguez, but many more, basically depleting the minor league system, and for sure allowing a Carlos Correa to come on into the picture, because we're not going to have any more shortstops in the near future. So yeah, it could be an Ohtani, but we're going to need to fill out other voids and things like that. The likelihood of an Ohtani trade, I feel like, are very slim, but the Yankees have been trying to get him, and it could be a possibility, but you got to keep in mind, we're going to lose a Volpe, we're going to lose a Dominguez, we're going to lose a lot of really big players that Brian Cashman was protecting. But it seems like Hal is probably taking the reins and saying, hey, no, I'm going to approve each and every single one of these trades or acquires, because we got to win now. Based on Joel Sherman, he also said that Hal doesn't really want to go past that $273 million payroll. He will be willing to go up to 293. I don't think he wants to go past that. But he has the capability of competing with a Steve Cohen, who's now has a payroll around 320. If Michael Kay and Buster Olney are talking about this and talking about possibly a Correa, and they have solid sources, I think it's more likely a Correa that could be that big news, and that the Yankees could package some of these shortstops that we were looking forward to seeing and trading them off to a different team in order to get our left fielder. And the likelihood of getting a Benintendi, who seems like he ends up wanting to live in the Midwest and not in a big city, then if that's the case, we're going to need to be creative and do a trade with different teams. Yes, we could do it with the Arizona Diamondbacks, get a Jake McCarthy, or go out there with the Twins and get a Kepler. And on top of that, if the Yankees do miss out on Carlos Rodon, then they're definitely going to have to make a trade, possibly with the Miami Marlins, in order to get a top starting pitcher. But again, it's going to take prospects. prospects, and the Yankees' best prospects are shortstops. So in order to make these trades happen, the Yankees most likely will have to package in a Volpe, Dominguez, Peraza, maybe a Cabrera, all of these guys in order to get these pieces. And when you're trying to win now, all of those prospects usually go out to different teams because you're trying to win now. You're getting proven players and you're not in rebuild mode. So if the Yankees are looking to win now, those pieces, those prospects could possibly go elsewhere. And if that's the case, I could easily see a Carlos Correa coming into this picture and allowing the Yankees to fulfill a championship team, especially if the Yankees are working on a trade for Brian Reynolds or a Kepler, or better yet, an Ohtani. You better believe Volpe is going in one of those trades, and we're not going to have a shortstop. And Peraza as well. All of these guys are going to go away. I see this big news or this big thing that's coming as possibly, yes, a trade, but also acquiring a shortstop. Carlos Correa is the biggest free agent on the market right now. I see it being that. I mean, if it's an Ohtani, whoa, that would be huge. But the likelihood of that happening, I don't see it. I see the Angels possibly doing something around the trade deadline and maybe trading someone, but you're going to have competition with plenty of teams. And definitely you're going to have to give up a lot. But if the Yankees are trying to win now, that shouldn't be a problem. You give up a Dominguez, you give up a Volpe, and you get an Ohtani, you get a Correa. You do whatever you need to do in order to win. But imagine that team. Ohtani, Judge, Stanton, Correa. Now we're talking about a legit team that can go out there and give competition to the Houston Astros. After hearing from Michael K and Buster Only, I really do believe the Yankees are in win now mode. And I feel like all of that was set off by Aaron Judge deciding to accept the $360 million offer and rejecting a lot more money and leaving it on the table because he believes that the Yankees will win a World Series while he's here. And his legacy depends on it. If he doesn't win a World Series with the Yankees, his legacy will only be that 62 home runs. But you better believe a player like Aaron Judge, he wants to win. And with all the leverage he had during contract negotiations, you better believe he went out there, talked to Hal, and told him, spend this extra money on getting me other players. Do whatever you got to do. Let go of some of these players. Let go of Donaldson. Let go of Hicks. Build more payroll flexibility so you can go out there and get a Correa, get whoever you need to do. Get a Carlos Rodon and get out there and win a championship. The Yankees are working on something big. I really do believe it this year. Hopefully they do something. Get me Carlos Rodon. Get me Carlos Correa. Get me a left fielder, whether that's Reynolds, Kepler, whoever you want to get there. Bring whoever you need to get, and let's start winning now. The Yankees, like I said before, are in this 5-year time frame to win a championship. Because after 4 to 5 years, Judge won't be as good anymore. And the Yankees would have spent so much money to not win anything? No, I doubt it. Hal and Judge, they're both in agreement that there is something that needs to happen this year, this offseason, in order for the Yankees to advance and win a World Series. And thank you for 2,000 subscribers. I really appreciate each and every single one of you guys. I really do try to reach out to you guys in the comments and interact. This channel would be nothing without your viewership and your support. So make sure to hit that subscribe button, share, like, comment, and let's keep talking baseball.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go.